everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this adorable little book. It's just 4 pages. Super simple and customizable. I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm doing it, but of course you can always change things up and do things in your preferred way. This is the gold project for December 2025. So if you are a gold subscriber, then this is the kit that is included for you this month. And if you are not a gold subscriber, then I will just have this linked in the description of the video for you. This is a printable and digital kit, so it comes with pretty much everything you need. I did end up using some jump rings to secure this journal. Of course you can do that, or anything else that you would like. The kit comes with so many goodies and so many ways for you to create a beautiful end product. It was just so much fun to make this, and I hope that you guys get some ideas from this video and love the end result. I know I do. Let's get started. So I have created one of the pages already. It is a super cute one. I've added 2 hole punches because that's how I'm going to be securing this. There's so many different ways that you can use these little pieces after you've created them. You don't even have to use the kit in the way that I've imagined up. It's just one of the many options. So I'm going to be securing my journal with these little rings here, and that's going to be really cute. So on this side, I just did a little hidden envelope in this pocket here with some lace. And then on this side, I just have, look at that, a little flip open book with some really cute tags. So I've made 1 page and we need 3 more. These are the 3 other pages. The ones with the little dark borders are your main pages. Now keep in mind we might be covering these up. You don't have to. I probably will, just because there's so many fun layering pieces that I want to use. I did print these and these alone with the dark neutral paper on the back. And then everything else in the kit, which these are some layering pieces, I've gone ahead and printed the light neutral paper on the back. Everything is printed with 110-pound cardstock. Here's the majority of the kit. I put it on my little cutting board so that you guys could kind of see better as I work with it. There are so many fun pieces, and anything left over I don't use, I will be using in other projects. Some things not from the kit that I will be using today. I have this little piece of scrap paper that I added some sewing details on. I have some string from some unraveled baker's twine, some ink, and maybe some stamps later on as I finish up the video. So without further ado, I think we can just get started on creating a page. We're going to go page by page, and I'm going to give you guys some suggestions of what I think would look good, but of course, you can always do what you want. Page number 1, I'm just going to need one of these with the dark background. I'm just going to pick a random one. I'm covering them all up anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And then I'm going to use these 2 layering pieces. You can see they're slightly smaller than the piece behind. And we're just going to glue those down on both sides here. It doesn't matter too much, I suppose, which side is what. Do our best to just try and get it lined up, leaving a cute little border around the edge there. And now we just have a journal page ready to be embellished and ready to go. I kind of planned what I want to do, but I don't have anything set in stone here. I have these fun pieces that I just thought looked really good together from this kit. Aren't those fun? And doesn't that button kind of look so realistic? I think that is so cool. And the plan is just to kind of, for this page, to create a fun collage. So we're just gonna give it a try. One fun thing I've been implementing more and more is using these little crafting tweezers to kind of help guide me, and so I can get a good idea of the layout before, I don't know, because my hands get in the way and I can't always see. Speaking of, should we zoom in a bit so you guys can better see. And I think the tweezers just have helped me get better placement overall and make sure that things are straight before the glue dries, because this glue does dry fairly quick. I don't know, it's kind of fun. It works especially well with those like small pieces. This one kind of looks like a piece of like lace almost for the bottom here. So we'll put that one maybe just right there. I think this page specifically I'll definitely want to add some stamping on. And then there's kind of this blank spot on this little piece of ephemera, so I kind of thought that maybe that was the perfect spot for the butterfly. Nothing crazy, we're keeping this one pretty simple. Or some fun lace here. Maybe this would be a fun time to add some of this string behind the lace. I don't know, I've literally never tried anything with this string before, and so I'm a little hesitant. I've never done it. Maybe just the white string, just to add some fun. Okay, maybe. I'm a little nervous. I've never done this. I see a lot of you cute ladies out there having done things like that with string, and I want to be cool like you guys, so I'm gonna give it a try. And we'll add the lace on top, and then as that's kind of drying, we'll add this button, which will look good. Maybe a little higher. Yeah. Yep. I love it. This button looks so real, but it's not. It's just flat, and so it fits into your journals better. It's so cute. Okay, I love how this one turned out, and we're just gonna work on the other side, and then we'll add our hole punches. For this next piece, I literally am in love with this butterfly. Look how cute. The colors are just so vivid and perfect, but I wanted some extra layering in here, and so I went ahead, and this is the only piece I've sewed, but I sewed right there. And wanted, I don't know, it didn't even really show up that well, but I wanted just some extra layering. Oh, okay, well, I don't know, I found that like the more layering, the thicker it gets, obviously, which kind of can work for your advantage, but sometimes it's kind of rough. But for this case, the more layering, the better. The better it looks, the more I like it. And then I tried to find a few pieces with some green in it, so we have these two, and it looks like I need to ink that edge here. And I'm totally okay if there are pieces hanging off, because like in this one, there's some pieces hanging off, but you want the pieces hanging off to be on the opposite side of your hole punches. So the side that you plan on doing hole punches, try and not have as many pieces hanging off, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I was planning on kind of doing, is hole punching on this side and then working my way over. Okay, I don't exactly know where I want this one placed, so let's just be careful. I'll hurry and see if this works with the butterfly before it dries. I want the A to show because it's green. Okay, I'm just gonna put the butterfly down. I don't know what else looks pretty good. Do you guys ever feel like things are just going a little too smoothly and you're like, something's gonna happen? Because this is going a little too smoothly. But it's so cute. Adorable. And then I have a ton of these in the kit, so I wanted to incorporate one or two here and there. This one will go good right there. It might get hole punched, but that's okay. And then guys, this is like the tiniest piece in the kit, and you can see all the glue on my hands, but tiny pieces make the biggest difference. Watch this. Isn't that darling? Oh my goodness, so this is adorable. Look how thick and perfect all of this is. Both sides have butterflies, I just realized that. Oops, that has some glue on there, but how stinking cute is that? And before we call it quits on this page, I'm going to trim some of these real quick. All it is just string that I just sewed on a piece of some scrap thin cardboard. So I'm thinking, I've really been obsessed with the sewing details lately. As you will find out in the rest of this month's videos, I do a lot of sewing, and I think it's just makes the biggest difference in the world and is so cute. Okay, so I'm planning on adding some stamping on this side, so we probably won't add anything on this side, but maybe we should just add a little bit over onto this. We'll just add the tiniest little piece, okay? We'll do that. Because I'm not planning on stamping right there, I don't think. So we're going to grunge it up with some ink, and I think we're going to just add it right there on the bottom. It's all about the little details. I don't want to cover up any of the butterfly, but there is a little detail that we just added. Well, okay guys, this is going super well. I'm having a lot of fun. Let's do a little round up here. How cute is that? Before I move on, we are going to add the hole punches. So my method for this was just pick a spot that you want that fits with how you want to do this as a closure. I thought one more fun method of keeping this together as a book would literally just be one jump ring in the corner here, and you could just make a ton of these and put them on one jump ring. But I am doing two, and so that's why I have my 2 hole punches. All I'm going to need is my little pen, and we want, let's see, we want this side hole punched. Yes, because on this side we have a bunch of things hanging over, and on this side we do not. So all I'm going to do, and maybe, I don't know a better way, but this is the way I'm doing it. I'm just going to mark the center here, grab my hole puncher, and we're going to hole punch, and that's it. Oh, that looks kind of cool with that lace right there. Kind of love it. Okay, that is too fun. And now we have our next page ready to go. I love it. Page number 2. I went and I grabbed another base, and we are going to give it a go. So to start, I know I want to try something with a pocket of some sort. I'm thinking on this one we actually might not layer. It might just be like that. So I was going to put this one on the back here, but I kind of like this little strip here, and I think it'll be thick enough with all the other things on the back. So this is what we're going to do for this one. There's this cute frame, and I'm just going to glue it down. I suppose you could turn this into a pocket. That actually might have been a fun idea, but it is too late for me, but maybe not for you. You could turn that into a pocket and then have a little tuck or something coming out of there. And then I have this from the kit, and I kind of want it to be a flip open. So I'm just going to glue the back down. Try and get everything centered. And then as for a pocket, I want a pocket on the front. And so my very simple idea, because I found these pieces lying together, and then I was like, I really like that. So my idea is to turn this into a pocket somehow. So I guess what we'll do is start by gluing down some pieces together. Kind of just making this up as I go. And we'll add that button on top. And we want to turn it into a pocket. And since this is going to open, I can't center this on the pocket because it'll bend that. So we're just going to have it right here. I'm just going to glue this side and this side. It's kind of a tuck pocket. Did I do that right? Okay. There is a little glue hanging over on the edge. And then for the inside, I found these two pieces laying together. That's how I come up with most of my collaging, is just pieces that are kind of lying together. So that's what I'm gonna do, is just glue this little flag up on the top. These flags are the cutest and make the biggest difference in journaling, in my opinion. Like, they are stunning. And we're gonna add an eyelet on this one. Maybe some string would be cute too. I only have these little threads with me at the moment. Now, oh my goodness, this is a mess, isn't it? Okay, I'll just do that and we'll just make a tiny little knot because it is teeny, teeny, teeny thread. So it's kind of hard to work with. There are so many cute things you can do with teeny thread, I'm learning. But I do not have the most precise fingers actually, so this is quite difficult for me. But we'll just cut it and call it good there. Look how cute, it's just simple little string. And it tucks perfectly into that. I think we might add some stamping over here later. We'll do that at the very end if we do. And then on the inside, let's find some more fun things to add. I want it to be green because I just love green. So I found these pieces. Maybe we can do a little collage. The mushrooms up top. Maybe this overhanging a little bit. Does that... Ooh, that's kind of fun with the green poking out there. And then that's maybe a stamp in there somewhere. Okay. Simple, we're gonna go for it. Isn't that cute? I don't know if that's exactly how I had it, but hopefully pretty close. Darling. And then just to crease this fold so it stays a little bit flatter. Alright, one side all done. I love the little elements. Working small is so much fun. Mini stuff is the best. So one more page done. Let's hurry and do a quick one here on the back, because sometimes it doesn't need to be as complicated as we just made it. So I have this piece to still use. I'm going to do that. This will definitely add a little bit of that needed strength to my pages. Okay, here's some fun pieces to work with that I kind of had set aside. More more good stuff. Let's just start with our base, which will be this really cute flower piece. I rounded the corners on this. And just so you guys know, I don't always just make this up in the exact moment. I do have a general plan lined out so that my videos are a little bit more coherent and make a little bit more sense for you guys. But I do try and still just do the best I can to kind of just let you guys do whatever you want and have that freedom, because that's the biggest joy of junk journaling, is just having the options and using the junk around you to create literal beauty. So this kit is really fun for that. I don't know for sure about that piece. Let's hold off on that piece. This will be cute right here, I think. This one kind of sticks up too. It's kind of like a 3D because of it's resting on that little thread belt, which is kind of fun. Do that piece there. That didn't stick super good. And then we'll do this piece over top of that lace. Really, really cute. Maybe I kind of do want this in because I think the colors look really good. I'm gonna try and just tuck it under that lace a little bit. Maybe not. And then maybe some stamping right here because you can kind of feel it's a little imbalanced. Unless we do the holes right there, the hole punches, which looks like we are, so I don't know if I will add those stamps or not. But let's grab that original piece and add those last hole punches. That's cute. All right, recap. Recap. In no particular order here, but, oh wait, this is backwards. Okay. That's kind of where we're going. That's about how thick it's looking so far. Oh my goodness, so much fun, so much fun. Okay, let's do our last one. Page 4, we are on our last page. So I did plan this one out a little bit because I wanted to add some extra sewing. But all we're gonna do is glue down our layering structural pieces here on one side. And this is going to be a pocket. So this is the piece that I sewed. My bobbin ran out and I was like, it's fine. So we're kind of just leaving it as is. We're gonna just turn it into a pocket. Cute. Nothing fancy at all. And then I, of course, have to include as many butterflies as I can. It's kind of my thing. And they're so cute. And the colors in this kit are just perfect. So it's been fun to use the orange and green together. Kind of fun. Oh, doorbell. Guys, it was Amazon. No worries. I always hope it's going to be my mom or my sister because they live pretty close, so that's fun. Okay, I have all of this string and there's quite a bit. We're going to do it though. Just throw it on there. add some more lace on top. I figured it's a cute combo that I like, so. Okay, while that dries for a second, I made this little piece. I forgot to film it. And we're gonna add a little tab on top. And so literally all I'm gonna do is rip a little strip of paper here and re-ink and fold it in half and glue it down as a little tab. Give it that rustic look. Add some green in. It's a win-win. And let's add an eyelet. I just ordered a bunch of eyelets, and so I feel free again to use as many as I want, because I go through these things so quick. Cute, so that'll go in there. Maybe. There we go. Like that. And then I figured we'd add this little piece in as well. Okay, that side is all finished, I think. So let's flip to the back. I'm gonna just put this right here while that lace continues to dry. Flip to the back, and I don't exactly know what I'm doing on this last one, but I know we're gonna start with a base. Then I want some sort of belly band, and I want to use some lace, I think, for the belly band, so we're gonna try it out. Guys, I don't know if it's a belly band or just like an aesthetic band just glued down. So I think it's just gonna be glued down because I don't have anything I really want to tuck under particularly. Then I wanted to layer this one on top, but we need to make it a little bit skinnier. So let's cut it to the length we want and then make it a bit skinnier. We're gonna have so many fun little scraps to work with later. This is why it's so good to have kits with a lot of options, because even when you have a lot of options, you start running out of options. Alright, so I'm thinking we are not going to glue anything down yet, but I have these butterflies that I wanted to use. So I was thinking we could do something like that. And then over here, I have another little flip open, which these have been really handy in this specific kit. So we're just going to go with that, start with that. I have this big green piece that I love, and so I wanted to find a way to add it in. And I might just glue it behind there. I'm just gonna try that. Bring it down maybe a tad. Yeah. That way we just have some more layering. Some cute green, and then this little flower will go on the cover of our flip. Maybe? Yeah, that looks cute. Then I have some little pieces here. Let's glue this little flag right there. I mean, that alone is pretty cute, but I think we're missing something over here. I kind of don't know, but I do know that I want to make this butterfly a little bit more brown toned rather than that blue cool tone. So we're just gonna add some ink to him. See, that makes a difference. Now it's more brown and this is more blue. Okay, I'm gonna call that one good. I love it. Very cute. Finally, let's just add our last hole punches on this side. And I do want, even though I have a little bit of an overhang here, I do want my hole punches on this side. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, here are all the ones that we've done. My very last step is I want to add some stamping just to add some extra grunge. So I'll show you both sides here. They are so adorable. I love them. They're really nice and thick cards. They're perfect. So my very last thing, stamping, and then we're gonna put our binder rings on. We are finally done, and my hands are dirty, but my heart's full. Just kidding, that was so cheesy. But I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. I just have these small binder rings, and that's the method I'm using this time around. There's so many different ways, of course, that you could close these up, but this is what I'm doing. If I can get them. I can leave it like this. I also had the thought, I don't know, we give it a try. I have this really large safety pin, so I kind of had the thought of that. I mean, it's kind of fun, isn't it? It's kind of fun. I think I like it better just with those two little adorable jump rings. Here is the finished book. Let's just do a little walkthrough. If you guys do want these binder rings, let me measure them so you guys know what size to order. They are, looks like a 3/4 of an inch, 0.75 of an inch binder rings, and they just make for a fun little something new. Okay, here is the front. It's adorable. Let's just flip through. I love both of these pages so much. This one has a little flip flap here. Flip again. We have a little pocket on this side. The butterfly. Another pocket on this side that also flips open and is more fun green stuff on the inside. Flip again. This is one of my favorite pages. I think it's darling. Stamping, papers, a little bit of sewing right there. And this page just goes ahead and it opens. It's a little hidden pocket right there with an envelope. Then you flip to your last page, and just a fun little look. And that is my journal. So if I ever get sick of one being a cover, I could always flip it around. But that is the gist of everything. If you had fun watching this and want to make it, then good news, it is a printable digital kit so that you guys can get it. If you guys want that, I will link it in the description of this video. It is also available, this is the gold project for our December 2025 subscribers. So if you are a subscriber to that plan, then this is the kit that came with that kit this month. So I will have everything linked in the description of this video, including a link for if you want to become a subscriber instead of just buying it, but also just the product link as well. You guys are wonderful, and we will see you in our next video. Goodbye.